So there was an issue about rape, about a lady that was raped. There have been different cases of rape this week alone. The prominent one among them is the rape case around Odogu Asaba. A Tiara lady who later took her life shared a video accusing him of raping her in a hotel in Asaba. The police are investigating the matter, but we want to really discuss the issue of rape and how horribly that inhumane act could, have effects or have affected the lady in question. Interestingly, we also have a person who has, experienced rape, and from our own point of view, she would also be, talking about how she was able to handle it and what have you. This is going to be a bit intense. I want you to prepare your mind on what you're about to hear and take home something from this. As you already know, we have two amazing guests, Williams Osewezina, who is a fact checker, a journalist par excellence. We also have Emeka Ogbona, is a fashion designer and a brilliant person, by the way. He's good in sports, yes. Clock it. Hi.
Hello.
So you guys shouldn't be Steve on this. It's just a social media. Please. I need some energy.
So this is a very sensitive topic.
Yes,
the energy, you go there one kind.
But
the energy na 6-7.
For the sake of the people that that are watching us, we don't want to start giving them this kind of vibe, But we have a video to show to this. Please, let's watch the video.
Everyone here, my name is Favor from Warri. This will be the last video of me, the whole world. Last video of me, the whole world will be seeing. By the time you will be seeing this video, I'm already dead. And because of my death, is Odogu Asaba. And I would have still not do it. I just told him to just let the burden out of me. He said I should not go. That I should come to meet him in Asaba on Friday. When he told me to come and meet him on Friday, he said I should come and meet him on Friday. He's going to help me. He did not tell me that let me come, that let him sleep with me. He's going to give me the amount of money I want. No. He just told me, come to us. Can you come to Asaba on Friday? I will help you. My phone was on disappear mode, so I don't have screenshots of those messages anymore. My twin sister, I'm going to Asaba, and I send her the phone number and the man in case anything happens to me. But I didn't tell her what I was going there for, because me, I don't know. I got there. Even about the money, even when he carry me in town, but he don't tell me, say, okay, how much do you want, or I'll give you the money. We did not bargain on sex with money. He's a man. He was already pulling my clothes. I was trying to stop him, but no, he was still pulling it. So I said, okay, this man is going to do this thing by force. He put my clothes, and I told him no. So he tried. He was not saying that the thing was not entering. So I told him that you see, I'm begging. It will not enter. Just let me go. He said, okay. I still say I won't stand up. I'm lying down like this. Process of me to turn side and stand up. He can't use my back. He can't use my back face plant. He can't use me and cover my mouth. And then I cried. Watching the blood come out of my body. Because I was already thinking that I've disappointed my parents and I've disappointed myself. So he came to the bathroom and started beating it. He was not doing as if he was sorry. He was begging me. He lit that. He couldn't eat that for the bathroom. He was now begging me. I told about it that I did not tell my parents I'm coming here to Abuja, to Asaba. I did not tell anybody. How will I explain to them? How will I tell the world that I carried myself to Asaba to meet a man? Before me and I enter bed, who will I explain? If I will call police, They will say I'm still at fault. Besides, the deed has been done. They may still say it's not rape because I'm up to 20 years. I'm 21 years. So I just say, the thing has happened. They say it don't happen. Even though I'm not happy. I'm just still forgiving. They cannot arrest him. I cannot do anything. Even if I decide to even say they will still arrest him. He has influence. He's popular. You know, poor man. And money go kill his face. So I said, no problem, forgive him. I even hug him. Forgive him. But I was not talking to him. I was angry. I was still angry. I was like, how many hours later I slept? I woke up because I was bleeding serious. There was nothing to put inside me. So I said, let the bleeding stop. I will go. So I was still waiting in that process. I stepped off and I was weak. I woke up. I ate because I'm not eating since morning. So I woke up. It was already something after 3. I mean, after 3, I mean, after 4. So, bought noodles for me. I ate.
So,
And
I
I
mean, you
even talked
heard
to him. I even
how
laughed
it
with him.
happened, at least
The
for
laugh was
from the
not genuine, but I had to laugh with him because I cannot go depressed. Depression will not do anything. No tears will do anything.
Already talking about, particularly on this issue. Igwiyisi_07 says, you're crying because he refused to pay you, or what? At this stage and time, you needed money and someone told you to come to Asaba, that he would give you money, and you enter road, they go the Asaba, go collect money. Share money do grow on trees, right? Some of you girls are so funny. Man will just give you free money. I always tell girls, please don't meet any man in a hotel or his house if you don't have intention of dating him or having sex. Then Ray God's Power says, I no fit even kiss this kind of girl, not to talk of raping her. Some men no get speckle. Then All About _Faith says, all of you in this comment section that saw this girl crying, narrating a story to the extent of her killing herself, yet some of you all still found a way in your twisted mind to twist the story and turn around to start blaming the victim. Now, you sick individuals, the law will catch up with you all very soon, and you all will have spaces waiting for you in jail. Then the last commenter says, an investigation, Solomonity says, an investigation into this matter should be conducted. The man should be persecuted for his actions. As for the lady, she is a virgin who traveled all the way alone to meet someone who is not related to her. Why? She thinks it's a game. What do you expect from evil Nigerian men? Even a Nigerian pastor would take advantage of that situation if she's used for a ritual there. Who could save the girl? It's something that could easily have been avoided, but committing suicide is not the solution. It's a very sad story indeed. May her soul rest in peace. It's pained me that ladies is still risking their own life by going to men houses alone to meet a total stranger. Now, we've been able to scan through this comment to see very preposterous comments, and it seems as though the victim is now being faulted. Yeah. You know, somebody has even been she has unalived herself. There's the sensitivity of this issue is why people should learn how to read the room. Don't just talk. So I want to ask, okay, what's our perspective on this?
Okay, so I think one thing that is very salient in this issue, or in rape issue, is they always blame the victim at the end of the day. You hear cases whereby, a girl comes out and she says she's raped, and then you hear, what were you wearing? You hear cases like that. So now, some of the comments were saying that you don't know the man, you asked for money from the man, and he said you should come, and you went. Okay, what about cases of men raping children? What do we call that? The child, what? Rape is rape.
Yeah.
Rape is rape. Whether it's done to an adult or to a child, the word rape is rape. So far as I do not give consent to you, you cannot touch me. So the moment you touch me without my consent, in fact, maybe let's even start like, let's even bring it to the other, like let's bring it to, because I know that some people will say, oh, what of your girls that maybe you tell them, let me touch you, they'll say, at first they will say no. And then along the way, yes. But then, if she says yes, and then she now says no, that moment she says no, no is no, you have to stop. But people, men, still feel that, na normal thing. Rape is rape. We cannot sugarcoat it.
Okay, so let me come in regarding why are we still having rape issues? Why is it
in 2026
like it's increasing? And it appears that there is no solution. The government isn't doing anything, or people are not doing things. When it happens, you find people in comment section blaming the girl. Now, this side of blame game, or this side of blame that comes to the victim, is one of the reasons that we are having less reports. Or ideally, what this girl should have done, you have made the mistake of traveling to Asaba to meet a man who is a stranger that promised you money. The man is supposed to keep to his words, and he did not. So it has happened. Your best bet, immediately you step out of that hotel, you know this thing happened outside of your consent. Go to a police station, report the matter, so they can even get evidence from her private part to prosecute the issue. Now, beyond that, we also see family failure. If you remember very well, the very period we started this show, I mentioned something about family losing value.
Yeah.
This girl doesn't seem like a person whose parents have very close relationship with. You can't travel from Warri to Asaba without telling your parents that are bringing you up.
You understand?
Now. There is no close relationship between the girl and the parents. That's what it's saying. That was why she could take that risk. And she needed the money. The parents couldn't provide it. Here again comes the problem of lack of proper setting that we have in Nigeria. The people are not enabled enough financially that a parent isn't able to provide for their daughter to the point that she risks her life to go and meet a man for money. Here lies the problem of poverty and how the people in government has been able to use the resources that we have to better the lives of the people. So there are different issues. It pains me when people begin to blame the victim. You're blaming the girl. What about the man that made a promise to give her money? Does this man not know that he shouldn't touch this girl and just give the money by free will?
That was a premeditated act, by the way. He knew from
he knew what he was going to do.
While he was speaking to the lady or the young girl, she's
young. She's just 20.
She had a plan.
Yes, he had a plan. But now I don't want us to keep talking about. We've been able to highlight some of the things that one should do, a victim should do immediately. You've been
find a police station and report. Police, in short, I can tell you, police even like that case, because
they will be able to make,
let's say if they want to milk the man, they can milk him.
Yes.
Because he's at their beck and call. You are having a strong case. We have taken evidence. Oga, you do them.
So some of the conversations that I've heard people say, we were having this conversation yesterday, and I can remember Emeka was making reference to the fact that women get wet
in the process.
In the process when these things happen. Please,
just
to share. Yes. Sexual intercourse. Yes, but when it has to do with forceful penetration, sorry, I beg to differ, but you can educate us on why you said that women to get wet while they are being threatened or while they are forcefully engaged with.
Rape is a very dicey situation. It's not something that anybody should come out and speak openly without at least knowing one or two things to say, victim or otherwise. And the reason I said that most women or some women get wet.
You said women.
Get wet during rape or while being raped is because the body has an automatic physical response. Naturally, the body has. It's the reason people cry when they're not sad. It's the reason you see tears come out from people's eyes when they're not sad. It's the reason people blush when they're not shy. You understand? It's the reason people sneeze jerk when they're not even afraid. You see someone standing, he's not scared or anything, but you see his knees are shaking. And it's the body's automatic response, physical response. It's natural, right? Now, when it comes to being wet during rape, I'm not saying that it is, because most people have argued that, but she was wet now, which means she wanted it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that because she was wet, that is an avenue to rape her. I'm not saying that because she was wet, that is a reason enough. She did not accept it. She did not allow you to. Her body responded naturally. It wasn't of her volition. It just happened, right? So you can't say that because a girl is wet, which is a natural response from the body, then that is a go ahead.
Emotional, yes, that's an emotional.
But it stands to, because there are still documented facts. There are still like journals citing. There's a 2024 journal on archives of sexual behavior, right? The 2024 journal was done by scientists detailing why the human body, especially the female body, can get wet during rape. There's another journal, a clinical forensic medicine journal, right? Still detailing the same thing. There are journals, and then aside the journals, there are still court cases that shows that a woman can get wet during rape, but it's not an avenue to be raped.
So when they say a woman can get, because I know that some of the things that actually causes this wetness for women are when maybe there's been a foreplay. You know, there's a dopamine rush that signals to the brain. And then there's a reaction.
Okay, I want to cite something.
How many of this, in terms of ratio?
Yes, what percentage? What's the percentage?
Of those women get actually wet while they have been raped?
I think there should be a percentage.
Definitely there should be, but I do not know what percentage. Okay. But I want to say something. There's this supposedly, right? I've heard of women loving abuse. Right, I've heard of women that love being abused, right? And you see one of these women come out and say that if he does not hit me, I won't get turned on.
Okay.
Now when you see this kind of situation, right? If that person, for instance, is being raped, does she get turned on or not?
Yeah, but the circumstances
they're different.
The circumstances is different, but then she only gets wet when she's being manhandled.
Okay, now I think we need to even direct more of the questions to
Erika.
Okay,
right?
so
since she is a survivor, So let me even ask Erika. During the course of abuse, is it possible for a girl to be wet?
I don't think so.
Why?
I do not think so. In the sense that now you're being faced with danger. There are two things that are going on in your head. It's either this man is going to kill me.
But what if he didn't come with violence, weapon?
There's no, then it's not rape now. You are being violent. You come with violence. You hold somebody. Okay, now let me state this here. So at a point in my life, so between the ages of 13 to 16, so I did my secondary education in Ghana. And I'm not a Ghanaian, but my mom had work relation in Ghana. So I happened to stay with somebody who happens to be a pastor.
Pastor,
this person,
don't enter picture again.
Yes, this person is a pastor. He is still alive. He's a Ghanaian pastor, Assemblies of God pastor.
Wow.
On my 13th birthday was the first day this thing happened. He came with a knife and said, if I tell
instead of a birthday gift.
He came, that was my birthday gift now.
Agbaga.
He came with a knife and told me that if you tell anybody, kill you. Now, after the act happened, I spoke to my mom. You know, my mom called. As I was trying to hint her that, Mommy, I don't want to stay here.
Were you straight? Like, Mom, see what has happened?
I couldn't because I was scared for my life. I was a child. I was scared for my life. So this thing happened, it was going on for 3 years. That it got to a point I didn't want to come back to that house. In fact, during midterm breaks, I used to stay in school. There was nobody in school. Straight School of Business, you can go and ask. I used to stay in school during midterm breaks. During holidays, Easter breaks, I would stay in school by fire, by force. This man would say I should come, I said a lie.
Okay, so let me ask you. Let's not. Sorry, this could whip up some emotions.
No problem.
Was there at any time you started expecting it to happen? Because from what you said, it lasted for years, right?
Yeah.
Was there at any point in your life that
okay, so let me state
you're
this.
going to bed and you know that this night this man will come and you are expecting
so this
it
is
like
how it happens.
you are getting.
So usually they send my pocket money, everything to him.
Yeah.
My provisions, everything goes, school fees goes to him.
Okay.
So I have to ask him for things. I need money, or I need provisions. He will now tell me that you know what to do.
What does that even mean?
Man, and that's not his money. Oh.
That's not his money.
Hey.
See, I understand that
Well,
there are different situations that come to rape. Sometimes rape can come in different folds and circumstances. Sometimes you may know this person. You may have relationship with this person, and something happened, and you indulge in that. And sometimes it may be between two different people, you know, total strangers. That's also there are stages whereby you have that, there are some mental
Traumatic.
Yes, traumatic experience that you get to have. And according to how this comes, that is how it evolves. If it's, you know, even couple, wife can get raped
we've had cases of boyfriends raping their girlfriends, husbands raping their wives.
Yes. So my own question is even that. What do you think we can do in ensuring that we have a safe society? But we do not have to.
It's crazy because he made mention of something about the government and it was something that hits me because Nigeria is a better community than Bangladesh. Nigeria is a better community than Indonesia, right? And then we have Bangladesh and Indonesia giving the death penalty to rapists.
But we don't. Okay, so let me
the government is totally into
Ours is
it and
just
against.
life imprisonment. What if
you might not even get life imprisonment.
Yes, there are people that give just small
we have the likes of Baba Jesha.
Yes,
small sentence. For a few months or a few years, which is not okay.
It's not.
I think
and it cannot atone for what they did.
Exactly.
I think one of the problems we have, like I've mentioned earlier, is people not speaking up at the right time. If I ask Erika, okay, she said she told the parents, but you could hear that she couldn't explain,
I couldn't explain what was going on.
What happened. And you know, parents, they want you to tell them what has happened. If you're not telling them, maybe you come and say the man was touching touching me. That's not what happened.
I think based off on what I said before about a woman likely being wet during rape, I think it's also one of the reasons most women that have been raped do not have the mind to talk about it because they feel their body
somehow accepted.
Okay, let me say I want to say something about this.
Not just accepting it. They feel like their body betrayed them.
Oh.
Do you understand? They feel like their body betrayed them, and
guess.
because they feel like they do not understand what just happened. Like, why should I be wet when this is
I want to ask
happening?
you a question, Emeka.
Shock.
Have you had an encounter with a woman that was raped and she told you that she was wet during the process? Have you?
No, I've not.
Okay.
But he was researching.
Please, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. Yeah. Have you been raped before? Sorry to ask you this question.
No.
Okay, good. Most women, even let's remove rape now. If me and my boyfriend, he wants to, be intimate with me, but I'm not in the mood. There's no how. Even you will see, you will have.
Even if he touches the sensitive part of you.
You will still have to lubricate. You will still have to lubricate. You will still have to lubricate.
I think
so now.
But that may be exceptional.
That may be, yes. Some people
because
don't even touch them too much.
Yes.
So I'm saying, so when this case he is talking about, I think what he should be, I think maybe this research is coming from maybe people that were in maybe couples, situations whereby you hear that, husband rape wife, boyfriend,
general rape.
So are you now telling me that children that get raped also get wet when they are during the act?
These things are really,
that's the question I want to ask.
Yeah, these things are very, one is that they are very, 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 very relative because a person can experience that and another person will definitely not experience
yes.
it.
Just
And
like
then we
body
do not expect,
metabolism is
and then we do not expect children to
Children
get
to start
wet.
getting wet,
It
yeah.
is not.
It's
It's not. It is
appalling. It's
biologically
not
not
wrong.
possible
Yeah.
for a child to get wet because you've not gotten matured enough for any of those things.
Well, I want to ask you,
Yeah,
have you,
Exactly.
would you say you've healed from that?
I've not healed, my dear. I never healed.
So why did
Did you get therapy?
I did not get therapy.
Why?
We only did family therapy. So
What-
we did, so
what
it
is
was during
called
family.
therapy?
But
So the
Don't
reason
you
why we
think-
did, wait, let me explain why we did family therapy. So because of that act, I became very rebellious towards my parents. I didn't want to be in the same space with my mother because I felt at that time, that's when I was still a teenager, when this thing was happening, I felt she was one of the causes of my problem. I felt she was aiding and abetting. Do you understand? It was when I grew older, when we now had that. So because of that, my manifestations of rebellion, had to bring in a family therapist. It's like, okay, that was when, and this was in 20, that was when my father even got to know that this thing happened.
Now that he knows what has happened to the pastor,
Nothing.
because I'm of
they
the-
resolved
I'm of-
it. Did you resolve it?
So
or what?
when the issue happened at the time, how did my mom get to know finally that the thing happened? It was my social studies teacher because she knew that my grades were flunking. She knew there was something wrong with this babe. So she called me. She said, because I didn't even like the woman, but she was like, you must know this thing. There's something going on with you. So I opened up and I explained everything to her. She cried.
What year was this exactly?
This was 2000 and so this was between 2007 and 2010. This was when this was happening, between 2007 and 2010. So it was the woman that now called my mom to let her know that, see, your daughter is being sexually molested by a pastor. So she came, they called the man, and what the man said was this, and I quote, he begged and he said they shouldn't let, at that time, his 28 years in pastoral ministry go to waste. Now, let me also state this. This man has 4 children, and at the time when this thing was happening, his last born was in 200 level in University of Ghana. So you see the age gap.
Yeah.
This man was like about 50 something at that time, and I was just 13 when this thing
I have
started.
a very strong opinion on that, and I know this because I know that no brother of mine will have an encounter with, or for instance, no family of mine, no female family of mine will have such an encounter, and any brother of mine will let it slide. That's why I asked the question, what did your father do after he, because I do not get, the country we are in is a very perilous place, because we know that our country is not going to fight for this. And so, what did your dad do?
He did
Because
what do you want him to do?
personally,
Did he hear on time? From what?
He didn't hear on time. So what do you want him to do? So another thing is this. Let me also make this thing known. So another reason why victims don't also come out to talk is the fear of stigmatization.
Which we just saw in those comments.
And that was what we just saw in the comment section.
Exactly. So I think going forward, we should try, and sensitization is important. Orientation is important. Getting back on your feet is important.
the death penalty is important.
Yeah, death
I would
penalty
like
is
to say one
important.
thing before.
Okay. What
What
would you like?
have done differently? What did you think you
If-
could have done
if-
differently?
if
that
the
would have
thing-
given you a better result?
Maybe I should have spoken in plain words, in verbatim to my mom that this is what is happening.
And on
Fantastic.
time
Yeah.
too.
At the time, as in fact, as at the first
at the
day
first
it
time
happened,
it happened,
Yeah.
I
yes.
wish I still wish. That is the reason why I cannot hold my mom accountable to
Yes,
an extent,
yes.
because it's also my fault
Yes.
because I didn't speak up
Yes.
when I was
We need
supposed
to
to speak
speak
And
up.
up.
you also saw
We need
that
to
in
speak
this
up
girl's
more.
testimony.
Yes.
That she didn't speak up on
Yes,
time.
exactly.
Yes,
So thank you so much. It's been a great pleasure to be on the show this morning. I hope we've learned 1 or 2 things. If you have any comment at all, please drop your comment in the comment section. We'll do well to respond to them when we can. This is still the rundown. My name is Omolara Adebayo, and thank you, Williams. Thank you, Erika, and to my ever gorgeous co-host. Thank you so much for sharing that information with us.
Very sensitive.
Thank you so much.
Well-
To meet next time. Bye for now.